Who's God? I really feel like my purpose here is to have the questions of someone who is completely skeptical and
No,
interested
good.
but
Yeah,
like
yeah. I like it.
afraid. Who is that? Who is
Because
God?
we've
Why do you
all
guys
had
keep
these
talking
questions.
about him like this?
You want an answer?
Yeah.
God is God, and you are not, and you need to trust that.
This is a very.
And I feel like,
This is like a.
and I feel like that's really it, because, like I said, this world life is so hard, and I cannot not even imagine where I'd be right now
Without it.
if I never had God.
Exactly.
And really, God is God regardless of whatever happens, and you are you regardless of whatever happens. You're not God. But the difference, or the thing that relates or makes that connection, is that trust, that faith, and that's really it. God is God, you are not, and you need to trust that.
That
I don't even know where that came from, bro. It's just
God days.
that is, oh my, that answer. Oh, there's English cannot describe that answer.
I'm about to write that down.
Write it down, bro.
Write that down. Write that down. Write that down right now. Write that. My days.
You have to just let go and understand that your life is in his hands now. It's no longer yours, your life. That's why it annoys me when people say, dude, on my life, on my mom. Nothing that you own is owned by you. It's God.
That's God's.
It's all God, and he gave it to you. You can't say, on my chair. Bro, that's not your chair. Come on now.
Come on.
If God decided to come into your room and take that chair, what are you going to do?
Hey, this my chair. Wait, this my chair.
No. To reduce it to atoms. Make a gold bar out of it and be like, yeah,
into
bro,
a
I don't
snake.
get chair no more.
Bro.
Into oranges.
Are these your oranges? Are they?
Go on, take a bite. Take a slice.
One thing that like a big realization to me, and a question that a lot of non-believers and believers have, this is that why does God allow bad things to happen? You know.
Oh, I got a good answer to this.
And I found a very great answer to this. Like when I was reading this one book, and well, Tony, dude, like let me know if your answer is the same as this. So let me just say this.
Bet.
So it says that God in the very beginning gave dominion to the planet Earth, and he gave dominion to us human beings on it. He said, let them rule over the planet Earth. He gave us dominion to rule over it. God exempted himself from that, you know? So the main thing is that God said that we should tend and cultivate the earth. And obviously in the Garden of Eden, where Adam and Eve were, they were supposed to tend and cultivate it and spread God's word over the whole world, over the whole planet, you know? But obviously the fall came and all of that. The whole thing is that God cannot work in your life unless you allow him to. You understand?
Right.
And a lot of the time when bad things happen, so like when a bad thing happens, like say for example, somebody gets in a car accident and then they're in the hospital, oh God, why didn't you save me? Well, that's the first time you're mentioning the guy's name, you know?
Yeah.
The first time in your life.
First time.
First time in your life. Like you can't, like God turns around, he's like, bro, who are you?
Bro, what?
Wait a minute.
Like, God, please. I was like, bro, what? Huh? That's crazy.
Like, bro,
I think what irks people is that there's this giant guy in the sky and he's omniscient, so he's always watching. And you let that happen. The thing is, would you just help someone that you don't know? God doesn't know us unless we choose to get to know him. You understand? And when the rapture happens and when we're standing in front of God, If our name isn't written in the book of life, he's gonna say, I have never known you. Never, not once.
Wait a minute.
Bye-bye. Go there.
Are you?
Done.
Are you?
There-
Are you?
Who are you? Exactly.
Oh my.
So
That's funny, bro.
I guess that's what their perspective is. Their
Mhm.
perspective is this guy, he's always in the sky, he's always watching. Even if I've never mentioned him, this could have been his chance to finally get me into his religion.
Right. And why do people always feel the need that God needs to prove himself to us? He doesn't.
Bro,
He doesn't
He
need
doesn't.
to.
No.
He's already done it.
Bro, let me
Yeah.
think.
He's already done it so many
People
times.
say, why doesn't God show himself to the people? And that's literally what he did with Jesus.
He did. Yeah, that's what. And why? Wait. No, like, think of it on a practical sense. We all understand the common sense thing is that we all understand that, like, we all understand that God obviously came to us in the form of Jesus Christ. But in a practical stance, imagine there's a king and you are one of the citizens of the kingdom. And you sit over here, there is no king. I refuse to accept there's a king. And if there's a king, let him come before me right now.
What?
Imagine you say that you're all the way in this part of the country. Then another person in the other part of the country says that same thing. You want the king to be making his presence, like showing up to every single one of those individual people just for them to believe and be like, okay, you want me to come here? Okay, here I am. You see me? Now to the next person. God is not gonna just sit there and just be like, okay, this person requests me, they want to see me face to face. Why would God, with his infinite wisdom and knowledge and omnipotence, just be granting every little single person's wish like that? You're stubborn. First of all, the reason you're saying that is you don't want there to be a God. And so you're trying to get God to do something you know he's not going to do, to try to prove and agree with your stubbornness, so that way you can sit within that, be like, yeah, there is no God. If you were a practical thinking person and you knew that God was a spirit and you truly wanted to meet with this God and get to know him, you would not then ask the spiritual being to do something as impragmatic, I don't even know if that's a word, as that. You know, you do go out of your way to go and to seek this God. If you really cared, if you really wanted to know, if you really want to know why God allows evil, you would really seek it out. But because you're stubborn and you don't want to encounter this God and all that, you kind of just sit there and you kind of just be like, oh, if God really cared, if you wanted to.
Yeah, you make up your own things in your head. This one time, I was there and I was like, this was the beginning of my relationship. Don't slander me for this, but I sat in the middle of my room and I prayed. I was like, God, all right, I've been praying. It's time for you to show yourself.
It's time, bro.
And I waited. I sat there and I waited. I was like, all right, come on now, don't be shy.
Make yourself known.
Like, I'm waiting, dude. Oh my days, I was so, oh my gosh. I'm glad I took.
No, I did the same thing, bro. You're good. I did the same.
I'm so glad, like, I took that step though to like, just, you know, I sought the answers and I'm finding them, and it annoys me now.
Right.
I know such little about God, and I know such little about like everything, and it just annoys me and it hurts me, but it also just, like, nothing is standing in my way that is stopping me from knowing. You get me?
Right.
I have all the answers. I just need to look for them. You know?
Yeah.
Right.
That's just the one thing.
Seeking you shall find.
And that's one thing with non-believers too. Like, I mean, if like, imagine, guys, like, this is what I say. If somebody told you, like, right now, I am willing to give you $1 million. $1 million. It's just in that room over there. Are you gonna tell them, no, I don't believe you? In fact, you won't. You won't. That's the same thing with God. We're telling you that, look, literally, if you just find Jesus, your life's gonna look up. Like, you will live for something. Like, it's not even living for something. You will live for what you were meant to live for. You know?
Right.
So that's the same thing, you know. But then a lot of the time, it's just people don't take the step to seek for that. You know? But just like with $1 million being somewhere, if you don't take the first step to look for it, you'll never find it. You know, you'll never better your life and get all that money. Same thing with God. You know, if you don't take that first step and you start looking for it, you know, you'll never find him. You just live in darkness. You know, that's why we need lights like Tarnu. Light the path.
That's what I've been trying to be. I've been trying to be a light because I know the importance of conveying the love of God to others in life. It's like a pipeline, like a water pipeline. I don't know how to explain it. You give your mind, your body, your soul, and your strength to God, and He is going to show. He's going to show His light on you. He's going to shine His light on you, right? He's going to give you all the love, and you spread it around. Does that make sense? It's like photosynthesis, but like with extra steps.
Extra steps.
Yeah,
It's kind of like that.
because when He shines His light upon you, that's your food.
Yeah. Then you spread your seeds like plants. It's symbolized in nature.
Oh my days!
It is symbolized in nature. I still need to work on my New Testament knowledge, but the explanation basically is it's a full circle. Everything that God does has a meaning and a purpose to it, and everything is linked. So if I say that God is good, you can't say I'm wrong, and if you say God is love, I can't say you wrong,
Right?
because it's all together. He's one God. And everything that is in His nature is displayed on this earth.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm gonna ask you, the audience, to take like a moment, and if you're sitting outside, just pause. I don't know, just look at the sky. If it's cloudy, dang, that sucks, you know. But think about the gray. Think about the clouds. How they're formed. What about them's interesting, man?
You know, the way
Breathe.
life is just so perfect. Like it's such a it's like some people would say, wow, it's such a coincidence that we live on a planet that doesn't give us so much radiation that it'd kill us. So amazing that we have water that we can just drink. It's so amazing that we can
Crazy how we have the perfect star.
put
Perfect.
seeds into the ground, put water over them, and that sprout. You know, it's like it's not random, guys. It's not random.
I swear it's all intentional. I swear it all works for each other. That's what you notice too.
Yeah.
It's all intentional to work with each other. Life has a system. How can you sit here and just some there's a genius behind this.
Yeah.
Because not even man could think of every single possible solution, every single thing to be able to sustain life in this way.
So my question is that a lot of the time, there's a lot of talk about like praise and worship God. What is it? Like, how would you say
this?
Oh, wow. Like,
Well, it's a version of this. Essentially, it's either when a group of people come together and bow in reverence and fear of God, and there's a connection made in that vulnerability,
right.
where it's just about God and God alone.
Yeah.
Or it can be, it's like, you can use music, you can use, let me just finish, let me
Like,
let
let
you
me
finish your
ask
question.
like this.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like it's like music, like for example, gospel music. Let's have this serious talk. Is Christian music nice?
Not all of it.
Let's be serious. Let's be honest, yeah. Let's be honest. I'm not gonna lie, guys. Very few Christian songs that I like. Not because it's like, oh my gosh, it's a Christian song, it's bad. It's just because genuinely
It sounds the same.
the melody, and it's just, it sounds the same, and it just doesn't connect with me, you know. And a lot of the time I hear people like listening to gospel music all the time and all those things, and I'm just there and I'm like, snap, I should be doing that, shouldn't I? So they'd come down, I just like force myself to listen. I'm like, yeah, woo, this is my jam.
You're not really
But there are
feeling
some
it.
bangers out there.
Yeah.
when it's not.
Waymaker, miracle. Come on,
Okay.
you all know that one.
Promise keep
Keep
light in
light in the
the
dark.
It's delayed. It's so delayed. Let's stop. It's so delayed.
That's the guy right there.
That's
man.
funny.
No, but like yeah, like for me, the one song that's my go-to, the whole song is "Touch of Heaven." That's my number one.
Touch of heaven.
A touch of heaven. I'm
What is
desperate for a touch of heaven. What is
Never
it?
heard that song live.
What does it go like? It goes like, I live for the moments when I'm still in your presence.
Oh, yeah. I know that song.
Yeah. Lord, speak to me. Oh, it's so nice. It's so nice. You know, but let's continue to embrace the fact that we're imperfect. You know, and know that. You know, if God is like the father above all, like he's the number one dad, like he's just like above all the best father. You know, and
He deserves all the mugs.
yeah,
All the bugs.
yeah, dude. Like he's like above all, and we know that there are like, some fathers that are out there and that they are loving and they're understanding. You know, so imagine how much more this father above all is. You know, so like no matter how many times you mess up, just picture it. Picture you and him like just sitting down. You know, he's your father. He would just be like, you know, it's okay. He completely understands. You know, but he wants the best for you. Do you get me? That is it. That is it. So much I've learned, and there's so much. I realized that during this podcast, there's so much that I just like wanted to like say, but it's like it's almost not ready loading yet. Like bad Wi-Fi connection or something. Or maybe I just haven't fully understood yet, you know. But yeah, I think when the time is right, I'll be able to say it. You know, Johnny, dude, you have opened up my mind to a point where now, like, I'm actually gonna do some like self-thinking after this, you know. Like, I'm genuinely just gonna be there. I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna be like, hot dang, I know dang well, God, you put this podcast there for a reason, you know.
Yeah.
My mom has been telling me something, and it's just listen. Just when it comes to anything, just listen, dude. You know, other people, just listen. That's it. That's it.
Man, we're never alone. Whether it be with God or each other. I mean, Tony, you thought you were alone? Come on, man.
I'm not. I figured that out. No, I'm not.
Oh, dude, we need to embrace.
I've got some self-think to work on as well.
Yeah, we need to embrace the fact that we're not perfect, and there's just so much that we need to know. And take it easy, guys. You know, we just need to continue to trust, and have patience. And
Keep that zeal, keep that fire for God as well. It's very important. Don't let anyone steal that from you. What I learned, remember this: the devil has already been defeated. He is not as major as you think. The devil isn't tempting you unless you let him.
I already know
Simple as that.
That deserves fire music. Woo! That's been bars. The devil has already been defeated. That is so true. And you know, thinking about it now, like today I had an epiphany. Like I was praying and then I was thanking God for Jesus, because I was there and I was like, oh my gosh, this guy, like if you put into essence what he did, I was there and I was like, Jesus, you really did all that for us. People were like slandering you and everything. They were like, Jesus was literally like telling them like, hey dude, like he's doing this for us. He loves us so much, you know, just for the people to be like, nah, whip him, boys, you know?
Nah, fam.
Like,
Jesus literally went to hell and back.
Yeah.
And then he went to heaven.
so much. So I was so grateful. I was just praying. I was like, God, you know, thank you for Jesus. Jesus, thank you for you. You know, there's a lot that we just need to be grateful for, I think. That's one thing my life has been adamant about, and it's just living in gratitude.
Gratefulness. Yeah.
That's all I do. That's all I do. I live in gratitude now, you know. I find myself complaining less and just living in gratitude. Just living in gratitude, dude. Facts. All right. This is gonna be another hour-long podcast. I know that for a fact.
Bro, I just realized, bro, I have quesadillas in my fridge. I'm about to go eat. Sorry. I just realized I'm
Don't
hungry.
want to make me hungry as well. I don't know what quesadilla is, but I know damn well.
I remember tasting a quesadilla once.
You don't know what a
That was a good
quesadilla?
time.
You guys don't know what quesadilla?
We do know what it is.
Oh, nah.
Okay.
Wait, no, I've never had a quesadilla. I had a chimichanga before. That thing was good, bro. It's
Oh
Oh
delicious.
my gosh, chimichangas. Y'all need to taste like South American food. That's what it's good.
Yeah,
South America, Latin America. My bad.
I just know.
We actually need a South American on this thing, bro.
Yeah, bro, that'll be interesting.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm taking Spanish right now, and I'm trying to learn French next, and then I'm just trying to learn like a bunch of languages. Like I want to learn Arabic. I want to learn.
Oh, okay.
I want to learn like actual Hebrew, and then Mandarin and all that.
Yeah, no, that's it. Hey, Rhino, should we let him know?
About what?
Dang it. I thought we're like telekinetic, dude. Like we know what he.
We are telekinetic. You want to let him know about... Okay, so it's either the Clash of Clans thing or the French.
Oh, the French, yes.
Yeah, exactly. I knew it was the French.
Yeah, like you're supposed to be.
Sorry, there was a little bit of Wi-Fi interruption there.
Oh yeah, it's a Wi-Fi. You know, messing with the telepathic waves.
No, seriously, before this podcast, he was busy waffling to my brother, and I already knew what he was gonna say. My brother asked, "How many Pokemon do you have to kill in order to get this certain Pokemon?" And in my head, I was like 12, and he said 12. I was like, "Yeah."
Merge.
Got it.
That's crazy.
Wait, anyway, yeah, nous parlons français. So if you just wanna if you're interested in learning, we can totally talk to you. Man.
Yeah,
If you
yeah,
need people
yeah.
talking French.
we're pretty much
Yeah.
French. Like we learned it though, while learning it.
Well, we're learning it, which is even better. Nous apprendrons en français. Apprendrons en français. Ah, oui, oui.
Yeah, people know the basics.
Am I on the air right now? Dang, I'm speaking French on an English podcast. That's crazy.
No, but we have to end off though. I'm gonna do the outro.
Alright.
Why?
I don't know. I want to.
Wait, I realized I didn't even get to say like the
Okay.
little bit about me type of thing.
Oh wait. What?
You do the outro.
Oh, okay.
Wait.
Because I never really got to like introduce myself, like who I was.
Yeah.
Actually, oh yeah. So like, introduce yourself, and then I'll edit it into the beginning.
Oh, okay. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this podcast. It's a really amazing experience to be able to meet these two guys. I love you guys. You guys are amazing. Yeah, I'm so glad.
Thank you. I love you too.
I'm so glad Dylan, reached out to me to come talk to you guys. And
Shout
if you
out
guys,
Dylan.
shout out to Dylan, bro. If you guys
Dylan,
want to
yeah.
feature on this podcast, just hit them up, and you guys can talk about pretty much whatever. And yeah, I love God. Pretty sure we all love God here, and get to know Him or get to know God. If you don't, just get to know God and really seek God and just try to figure out all of that, because this life is way too crazy to be going at it alone if you don't have God on your side. But yeah, everyone has their own journey, everyone has their own individual purpose, and yeah, you just gotta go and figure that out. I promise you, life will be more fulfilling. But yeah, if you guys want to go subscribe to my YouTube channel, Tarnudi, TRNUE space capital D period, and follow me on Instagram, Tony_David. And go follow these guys as well. Go subscribe to their channel, and then go follow them on Spotify as well. Tune into the podcast.
Heck yeah.
Yes, sir.
But, yeah, out of the billions, it was you.
It was you. Woo! Let's go.
It was
you.
No, but seriously, guys, go follow us on everything: Spotify, Instagram, YouTube. We're even gonna be on TikTok soon. Rhino, that is your responsibility. Yeah. That is you. That's 100% you.
No. You know how I am. I'm gonna start something and we're gonna throw it on you.
It doesn't matter. Guys, just remember, out of the billions, there was you. If you want to be on this podcast, hit us, DM us right now.
Thanks for coming.
We're ready for it all. Keep
your eyes peeled.
Thank you so much. I am Mavu, and
Reno.
Let's go. We'll see you guys in a bit.